Today we'll discuss about integrated marketing communication. What is integrated marketing communication and how could you manage integrated this marketing communication? See, marketing communication is very important. What is communication? Communication is nothing but that is exchange of information between sender and a receiver. That is communication. And why is it required? Why marketing communication is required? Right, message that deals with buyers and seller relationship. This is marketing communication. Communication, exchange of information between sender and receiver, and message that deals with the buyer seller relationship. That is the marketing communication. That is known as marketing communication. What is integrated marketing communication? For any of the organization, for any of the business, it is required that there should be interaction between the buyers and the sellers, right? That a seller should send a message to the buyer, that message that there is a message between the buyer and dealer relationship, right? Integrated marketing communication is, as the name indicates, integrated. That is coordination of all promotional activities. Marketing communication is what? Promotional activities, relationship between the buyer and the seller, right? That is promotional activities. That is the coordination of all promotional activities, whether it's media advertising, whether it's direct mail, whether it's personal selling, well, whether it's sales promotion, whether it's public relation or sponsorship, to produce that is a coordination of all promotional activities. Why it is required? Why it is required? Why there should be a coordination of all promotional activities? To produce a unified customer focused promotional message, right? What is integrated marketing communication? Now it is clear. Integrated marketing communication is a coordination of all promotional activities to produce a unified customer focused promotional message. Integrated marketing communication is a way of looking at the whole marketing process from the viewpoint of a receiver. When we view, when we see the whole marketing process from the view of a receiver, then that is known as the integrated marketing communication, right? Communication process is, companies, like in communication process, the company should not ask only how can we reach our customer, but also ask how can our customer reaches us. That is what is communication process. Marketing communication, the relationship between the seller and the buyer. So, if you are communicating your message to the customer, how will you come to know whether that message has been received correctly by the user or not, by the customer or not? If a customer has any question, any queries, if they want some information about your product, about you, then how can they reach you? Right? So, communication process should not ask only how can we reach our customer, but how can our customer reaches us. To communicate effectively, marketer needs to understand the fundamental elements of effective communication, right? So, if a marketer wants to communicate effectively, it is very important for a marketer to understand the fundamental elements of effective communication. What are the fundamental elements of effective communication? See, promotion mix. Promotion mix, what is integrated is, that is the combination of all promotional activities is integrated marketing communication. So, common communication platform like promotional mix. Like promotion mix includes your advertisements, your sales promotion, your public relations, your personal selling, your direct marketing, and many others. Right? Advertising. If we talk about the advertising, the first element of promotion mix, that is the advertising. What is advertising? That is, advertising includes the print and broadcast ads, right? Then packaging the outer, that is packaging outer, that is like your handbags, right? When you print your name or logo on that, packaging inserts, leaflets, motion pictures, right? Brochures and booklets, posters and leaflets, directories, reprints of ads, billboards, display signs, point of purchase of display, audio visual material, symbols and logos, and videotapes. All these are the ways that from which you can advertise your product. Like sales promotion is through contents and games. How can you promote your sales? Through contests, through games, lotteries, premium gifts, sampling, fairs and trade shows, exhibits, coupons, rebate, low interest financing, entertainment, trade in allowance, and continuity program. Public relations plays an important role in promotions like press kits, speeches, seminars, annual reports, charitable donations, sponsorship, publications, community relationships, lobbying, events, company magazines. Personal sellings includes the sales presentations, sales meetings, incentive programs, samples, fairs, and trade shows. Direct marketing like catalogs, mailing, telemarketing, electronic shopping, TV shopping, fax, email, voicemails. Right? So this is the elements of communication process. We discussed about it. The sender task is to get his or her message through the receiver. The target audience may not receive the intended message for the three reasons. See, in the what is the reason for this promotions? The sender wants that sender task is to get his or her message through the receiver, but the target's audience may not receive the intended message for any of the three reasons, right? So it is very important that it is important that how can we reach our customers, but more important is how our customer can reach to us. Then only we come to know whether the message has been received by the receiver or not. If not, it could be because of the three reasons. The first reason is because of the selective attention of the customer. People are bombarded with 1600 commercial message a day, right? That of which 80s are consciously not noticed and about 12 provoke some reaction. Selective attention explains why ads with bold headlines promising something such as how to make a millions would have likelihood of grabbing attention. So selective attention, the problem is selective attention. People have a selective attention, right? They are bombarded with the lot of information, right? It is difficult for them to remember all the information. So they noticed few attractive or required information, and out of those few, only a little bit provokes some reaction, right? And it is very important for any marketer to be one of those very fews, right? Those evokes some reactions. And the next could be because of selective distortion. Selective distortion is receiver will hear what fits into his beliefs or system. As a result, receiver often adds things to the message that are not there, and do not notice other things that are there in actual. So communicator task is to strive for simplicity, clarity, interest, and repetition to get the main point across. So it is very important, right? In advertisements, selective perception is there, selective attention is there. People have very short selective attentions, right? And apart from that, selective distortion is also there. What is selective distortion is, see, people often wants to hear what fits into their beliefs and the value system. For that, they add something from their side, which message from their side, right? Which are not there in the message. So it is very important that the message should be simple, should be clear and interesting, and there should be repetition to get to the main point across. Right? Now, third point is selective retention. People will retain a long term memory only a small fraction of messages that reach them. If receiver's initial attitude towards the object is positive, he or she rehearse or support the argument and message is likely to be accepted and have a high recall value. If the initial attitude is negative and person rehearses um, counter arguments, the message is likely to be rejected
right? तो
but to stay
वैसे
for a long term memory. See, selective attention is there, selective distortion is there, and selective retention is there. Right? People will retain in long term memory only a small fractions of messages. It could be because of a positive, because of the positivity of that message, or if that message somehow somehow disturbs those type of you know, customers, right? If receiver's initial attitude toward object is positive, right, then he or she, if your message has a positive impact, right, on the customer, then he or she rehearse the support arguments, and message is likely to be accepted and high recall value, right? And if the initial attitude towards you or towards your message or towards your object is negative, and the person rehearses the counter argument, the message is likely to be rejected but to stay in the long term memory, right? Then developing, how can one develop the effective communication, right? It is very important that you should develop an effective communication. There are certain do's and don'ts of the market communicators. Do's that identify the target audience. It is very important that you should identify the target audience and communicate to them only, rather than wasting your resources on each and everyone. It is very important that that you should identify your target audience and start communicating with them. Determine the communication objective. It is one of very important tasks that you should determine the communication objectives. What are the objectives of your communication, why you want to communicate? Then according to your objective, design the message, communication message, and select the communication channel. Design your message according to your objective, then select the channel, communication channel, according to your target audience, according to your objectives, right? Select the best suited communication channel and establish a total communication budget. Budget plays an important role. Decide on the communication mix, right? Decide on the communication mix, where you on which platforms you want to, from which platforms you want to communicate. Measure the communication results and manage the integrated marketing communication process. It is very important. So do's is, first of all, identify the your audience, make a communication objective. Around the objective, design a message, select the communication channels, all the channels where you want to, from where you want to communicate or through which you want to communicate with your audience. Establish a communication budget, establish a budget. Decide on communication mix, right? Communication mixes the platforms where you want to, from which you want to communicate, or measure the communication results, get the feedback of your communication, and manage the integrated marketing communication mix. Identify the target audience. The process must start with clear target audience in the mind. Now, clear target audience means potential buyers of a company's product, or the current users, or deciders, or influencer, individual groups, particular public, or the general public. Could be a target audience. The target audience is critically influenced by the communicator decision on what to say, how to say it, when to say it, where to say it, and whom to say it. So identify the clear and target audience, right? Then image analysis is important. A major part of audience analysis is assessing the current image of the company, its product, and its competitor, right? Image is a set of beliefs, ideas, and impression a person holds regarding an object. A major part of audience analysis is assessing the current image of the company. Assess the current image of the company. What is the image? What a customer thinks or believes, or what about your company, about your product? What is the impression of your company on the on customer, or in his or her mind, right? Regarding an object or a company, right? Then determine the communication objective. It is very important that you should determine the communication objective. It could be awareness. The communicator's task is to build awareness, perhaps just name recognition with simple message repeating the product name. First could be objective, could be awareness, that is you want to create an awareness, you want to build an awareness, or whether you, or perhaps it could be just a name recognition so that people should know that you are there in the market with a simple message repeating the product name. If you are repeating the product name, right, you can create a brand, or you can create an awareness, or people start recognizing the product or the company. Second could be the knowledge, goes beyond the awareness to learning, to learning about the product features. Right now people know about the product. Now if they are interested, they would like to know about much more about the features of the product. So knowledge, your objective could be, communication objective could be providing knowledge, providing the knowledge about the feature or other thing about the product. Then liking, if target members know the product, how they feel about it. If the audience looks unfavorable, the communicator has to find out why. If the unfavorable view is based on the real problem, a communication campaign alone cannot do the job. Then it could be liking. See, you have identified the audience, you have created an awareness, right, build an awareness, provided them the required knowledge. Then the liking, if the target audience know about the product, it is very important how they feel about it. Right, if they feel about good about it, then try to pursue them further. Right, and if audience looks unfavorable, unfavorable, the communicator had to find out why they don't like the product, what is the reason behind it. If unfavorable view is based on the real problem, the communication campaign cannot do alone. If it is if the view is negative, if view about any object is not favorable, and if it is because of any of the feature or because of any of the other issues, real issues related to that product or the company, then communication cannot do alone. Then you have to rectify that problem, then only the communication can help us, right, help that. Right, next could be the preferences. The communicator must try to build consumer preferences by promoting the qualities, right, values, performance and other feature. The communicator can check the campaign's success by measuring the audience preferences after the campaign. Next is, it could be conviction. The communicator's job is to build a confidence among the interested target market and purchase. Some members of the target audience might have conviction but not quite get around of making a purchase. The communicator must lead these consumers to take a final step, perhaps by offering a product at a low price, offering a premium, or letting consumer try it out. Right? So it is very important that you should decide your objectives. According to your objectives, design a message. If your objective is to create an awareness, design your message accordingly, create an awareness, design it. Preferences, if you want to promote about the quality, then design your message accordingly. Conviction is create a confidence, right, design your message accordingly. And if you want to pursue the for final purchases, design the message. Right, what all should be there in the message, that is the message content plays an important role in determining the message content. The management searches for an appeal theme, ideas or USPs, unique selling proposition, on basis of which you can develop your ads or idea. There are three types of appeals: rational, emotional, and moral appeals. Right? So management searches for an appeal, that there should be appeal in the message. Appeal, there should be theme or idea. Theme, there should be theme of the message. There should be an idea or USP. Right? A rational, there are three types of appeals, that is the rational appeal, emotional appeal, and moral appeal. Rational appeal, claim that the product will produce a certain benefits, like BMW strong body and Nokia batteries, that they claim product will produce certain benefits, right? Next, emotional appeals could be attempt to stir up negative or positive emotion that will motivate the purchase, like dalda cooking oil, donate and I, right, or something like your related to health, say some gym type of a gym equipments. These are the emotional appeals. Morale appeals, they are directed to the audience senses of what is right and proper. Age, right? If you remember the ad of an age, right, featured by Shabana Azmi, ऐसे प्यार फैलता है एड्स नहीं, right? That was a moral appeal that one should, if someone is suffering from AIDS, right, we should not isolate that person, because by through talking or by sharing the product, it will not impact you, it will not spread AIDS, right? The message was that that AIDS spreads through certain specific ways, right, not by sharing, right? So ऐसे प्यार फैलता है एड्स नहीं. So it was a moral type of a appeal that they are directed to the audience sense what is right and proper. So they look for the appeals, right? Then the message structure should be there. Message structure is made in a way that hit the right target audience. You fun for everybody, right? Right, like it should be like message structure should be that everyone feels like that this ad is for me, it fulfills my requirements and needs, right? Then message format, the communicator must develop a strong message format. In print ad, the communicator has to decide on the headline, it should be catchy headline, right? It should be copy, graphic, color, right? They should decide the headlines. What should be the graphic, right? What should be the color, right? In radio ad, communicator has to choose the words, voice, and vocalization. Qualities, voice qualities, and vocalization, right? It plays an important role, right? The words chosen by the RJ, their voice and their vocalization impacts the radio audience, right? So radio ads, message sources, message delivered by attractive or popular sources are achieved higher attention and recall, and message delivered by the highly credible sources are more persuasive. So, message delivered by the attractive or popular sources achieved the higher attention and recall value. Lux, still we remember the ad of the Lux or Lime, right? That they have higher attention or recall value. Message delivered by the highly credible sources are more persuasive, right? If someone who is more credible or highly credible delivers some message, they are those type of the messages are more persuasive. Pharmaceutical companies wants a doctor to testify about the product benefits because doctor have high credibility, so those are more persuasive, right? What factor underlines the source credibility? That is, how can we say that that person is credible or not, right? Expertise, that is the special knowledge, the communicator process to be claimed by the doctors, engineers, expert of the field. Trustworthy, it is related to how object and honest the source is perceived to be, like loyal customer. Or likability is source attractiveness, like celebrity, Shah Rukh Khan, or any other, right? Selecting the communication channel. Once you have developed content or the message, now select the channel. It is very important that select the communication channels where you want to display your ads or play your ads. First is personal communication channel. Personal communication channel involves two or more person communicating directly with each other through face to face or person to audience or over a telephone or over a email. Word of mouth is the most powerful type in this type of communication. So personal communication channel could be there. Personal influence carriers especially a great way in two situation. One is with the product that are expensive, risky, or purchased infrequently. So personal communication channel, when should we opt for a personal communication channel? When the product is expensive, then it is required that there should be one to one conversation, or when you feel like that product is risky or purchased infrequently. The other situation is where the product suggests something about the user status or taste. That product is not common, that has been created for someone specifics, according to someone specific taste or status, right? That the product which shows the status or the taste, right? Next could be non-personal communication. Non-personal communication includes media, atmosphere, events, right? Media could consist of the print ads like newspaper ads, magazines, direct mail, broadcast media. It could be radio, TV, electronic media like videotapes, video discs, and display media like billboards, signboards, and many posters. So, personal communication, one should opt for the personal communication. Personal communication means when this channel involves two or more person communicating directly, either through email or phone or face to face, right? One should opt for the personal communication when you feel like that product is expensive, risky, and infrequently purchased, right? Or other could be when it is related to the taste or the status, right? Next type of communication is non-personal communication. Non-personal communication includes the media, it includes the atmosphere, event, media. Again, we can divide media into many. It could be the print media, it could be the print media. Light media consists of the print media like newspaper, magazines, right? Direct mail. It could be the broadcast media. Broadcast media like radio, television, right? Electronic media. It could be the electronic media. Electronic media like audio tape, video tape, right? And all other. And display media, right? Atmosphere are packaged environment. A five-star hotel will use an elegant chandeliers, marble column, and other tangible signs of luxury. Right. Next could be events are occurring designed to communicate particular message to the target audience. Arranges the conferences or grand openings, sports sponsorship, achieve specific communication effect with the target audience, right? After you have decided the type of your communication channel, establish the total marketing communication budget is affordable. Budget could be the see advertisement needs, see communication, this communication, marketing communication requires money, and it is required that a budget should be allocated to it, right? Affordable method one first could be the through affordable method. One executive said, why it's simple. First I go upstairs to the, I'll leave it. The affordable method of setting budgets completely ignores the role of promotion as an investment and immediate impact on promotion on the sales volume. It leads to the uncertain annual budget, which makes a long range planning difficult, right? So affordable budget method means what? Affordable method means how much I can afford right now, right? It completely ignores the role of promotion as an investment, right? See this promotion plays an important role. Consider the promotion as an investment, right? And affordable method completely ignores the role of promotion as an investment and the immediate impact of promotion on the sales volume. It leads to the uncertain annual budgets, which makes a long range planning difficult. Affordable method is how much can I afford right now. That is, next method could be the percentage of sales method. Many companies sets promotion expenditure at specified percentage of sales or of the sales price, right? Like promotion expenditure, many companies prefer to set a promotion expenditure at specified percentage of sales. Suppose this much sales, then 20% of sales, 30% of sales, specified percentage of sales or of the sales price. Next method could be competitive parity method. Competitive parity method as per our competitors. Some companies set their promotion budget to achieve share of voice parity with the competitors so that we can compete with our competitors. Right? Two arguments are made in support of competitive parity method. One is competitors' expenditure represents the collective wisdom of the industry, and the other is that maintaining competitive parity prevents the promotion wars, right? So next is objective and task method. The objective and task method calls upon the marketer to develop promotion budget by defining specific objectives, determine the task that must be performed to achieve those tasks or those objectives, right? And estimate the cost of performing the task. The sum of these costs is proposed as a promotional budget, right? So it is there are various methods through which you can decide your budget. First is affordable method, percentage of sales method, competitive parity method, or the object and the task method, right? Deciding on the marketing communication. Now you have to decide on the marketing communication. First is the promotional tools, right? How will you promote your product? First is through advertising. Advertising can be used to build a long term image for a product or trigger a quick sales. There are the two purposes of advertising. It could be used to build a long term image for a product. I want to build a long term image for a product. Accordingly, I make my advertisements. Or if I want to trigger a quick sales, advertising can effectively reach geographically dispersed buyers. Right? If your target group is dispersed, geographically dispersed, then advertising is one of the effective methods. Right? Certain form of advertising can require a large budget. Some can be done in the small budgets. TV advertisements, radio advertisements particularly requires a large budget, while social media requires a small budget. Advertising might have an effect on sales simply through its presence, right? So advertising might have effect on sales. Editorial are the ads that contain editorial content and may be hard to distinguish from newspapers and the magazines content. So editorial could be there, editorial content could be there, right? That is it is difficult to distinguish from a newspapers and the magazine contents. Then infomercials are the TV commercial that appears to be 30-minute television show demonstrating or discussing the products. Viewers can phone and order the product, and these infomercial products directly measure the results, right? So infomericals are what? Infomericals are those commercial that appears to be in 30 minutes television shows, and while they were discussing or demonstrating about their products, and viewer can phone and order the product, and through which they can measure the result. Next could be the banners, small signs or the on the web pages, advertising an offer or company that can be reached by clicking on the banner, right? Banner side could be there, right? Next could be the sales promotions. Sales promotions is sales promotion tools like Coupons, sales promotion. Why do we sales promotion? To increase the sales, right? We opt this tool or this method to increase the sales. How can we do this? Through coupons, through contest, through premiums, and the like are highly diverse. Companies use a sales promotion tool to draw a stronger and quicker buyer response. Right? When we want offers of all these are sales promotion tools. Why company use this promotion, this type of a promotion? They have to draw a strong and quicker buyer response. Offer to boost sagging sales. They offer three distinctive benefits: communication, incentives, and invitations. Public relations and publicity plays an important role. What is public relation and publicity? Right, the appeal of public relation
Hello
and
and welcome to the
publicity is based on three distinctive qualities. See, public relation plays an important role. Public relation creates an image of the company, and when company has a good image uh, with the public, right, then it becomes easier for company to pursue to sell the products, right? Public relation plays an important role, publicity plays an important role. The appeal of public relation and publicity is based on three distinct qualities. High credibility, right? It depends on the credibility of the company, right? Then ability to catch buyers off guard and dramatization. High credibility, news stories and features are more authentic and credible to readers than the ads. How can you create the credibility that the stories and features, those are more authentic and credible to the readers? Ability to catch buyers off guard. Public relation can reach prospects who prefer to avoid salespersons and advertisements. There are many who don't want to communicate with the salespersons, or they avoid the advertisements. Then this public relations or the publicity plays an important role. Dramatization. Public relation has a potential of dramatizing a company or a product. How can you dramatize or showcase your company or a product, right? Then next could be through personal selling. What is personal selling? Personal selling is most effective tool at later stages of buying process, particularly building a buyer preferences, convictions, and actions, right? Like personal confrontation, cultivation, responses. So personal selling is when you communicate personally, right? That is one to one, right? It is most effective tool, but at the later stages of buying process, right? Someone has make up mind, but someone needs that thing, but not made mind whether to purchase this or not. Then the personal selling plays an important role, particularly in building up the buyer's preferences or convictions or actions, right? Personal confrontation. Personal selling involves immediate and interactive relationship between two or more persons. Cultivation, that is personal selling, permits all kinds of relationship to spring up, ranging from matter of fact selling relationship to deep personal friendship. Sales representative will normally have a customer's best interest at heart. Response. Personal selling makes the buyers feel under some obligation of having listed or sales stocks. Now there could be the direct marketing. There are many forms of direct marketing, telemarketing, internet marketing, right? They all share four distinctive characteristics: that they are non-public, customized, up-to-date, and interactive, right? Direct selling, there are the characteristics of a direct selling could be, there could be many form of direct selling. That is through direct mail, through telemarketing. You might have seen the that is channels, right? Telemarketing type of a channels, right? Through mails you can reach your target audience through internet marketing like Facebook ads, like Google ads, YouTube ads. Through internet marketing you can reach to your target audience, right? They all share four distinctive characteristics. All of them have distinctive characteristics like non-public, right? It is non-public, it is customized. We customize the product according to the requirement, up to the date, right? And interactive. Non-public, the message is normally addressed to a specific person, right? When you are mailing someone, then it is non-public, right? It is addressed to a specific person. If you are displaying a certain ads on someone's Facebook page, then it is non-public. It is according to the AI, right? According to the requirement of that person, right? So it is non-public. Customized, the message can be prepared very to appeal the addressed individual, right? You can customize your message according to the needs or according to the individual. You can prepare your message that appeal to an individual, that could appeal to an individual. Up to date, a message can be prepared very quickly. The message should be up to date, right? It should give the latest information. It should be interactive. Message can be changed depending on the person's response, right? If someone has shows interest in one way and other has shown interest in another way, or someone has different type of a query, then it should change according to the person's response. Factors on setting the marketing communication mix. Type of the product. So, what type of the communication mix will you opt? It depends on the type of the product market. Promotional allocation vary between consumer and business market. Consumer marketers spend on sales, promotions, advertisements, personal sellings, and person relations in that order, while business marketers spends on the personal sellings, right? Sales, promotions, advertising, public relation in that order. See, consumer marketer spends on sales promotion first, advertising, personal selling, and public relation. Business marketer spends on personal selling, right? Sales promotions, advertising, and public relations. Everyone will opt everything, every mix, promotional mix, but in a different manner, in a different sequence, right? Is it clear? Push and pull strategy is there. Push strategy, it involves manufacturer using Salesforce and trade promotion to induce intermediaries to carry, promote, and sell the product to the end users. So, push strategy, what is the push strategy? Push strategy is the manufacturer using the sales force and the trade promotion to induce intermediaries to carry. Then they want some intermediaries who will carry out the who will carry, promote, and sell the product to the end user. Push strategy is especially appropriate where there is a low brand loyalty. Brand choice is made in a store and product is an impulse item. The product benefits are well understood. So push strategy at the manufacturer using the sales force and the trade promotion to induce intermediaries to carry out promotions and sell the product at the end user. Pull strategies is appropriate for those where there is a low brand loyalty. Brand choices made in the store. Brand choices are made in the store, right? The product is an impulse item and the product benefits are well understood. Pull strategy. It involves the manufacturer using advertising and consumer promotion to induce consumer to ask intermediaries for the products and thus inducing intermediaries to order it. See, Push strategy is when you are pushing your product to the consumer through intermediaries carry out the promotion and sell the product. Push strategies works where there is a low brand loyalty, right, or brand choices made in the store, or the product is an impulse item. Pull strategy is it involves the manufacturer using advertising and the consumer's promotion to induce consumer to ask intermediaries for the product and inducing the intermediaries to order that product to the manufacturer. Pull strategy is especially appropriate when there is a high brand loyalty or a high involvement in the category. People perceive difference between the brands and people choose brands before they go to the store. That is, pull strategy works where there is a high brand loyalty, where brand plays an important role, where there is a high involvement. The category of people perceive difference between the brands, right? And people chooses brand before they go to the store. I want the product of that particular brand, right? See, promotional tools also vary in cost effectiveness in the different stages of the product life cycle. We discussed about the product life cycle in our previous lectures. There are four stages of the product life cycle: the introduction stage, the growth stage, and the maturity stage, and the decline stage. Right? There are four stages. Right? So the introduction stage. So promotional tools vary in cost effectiveness at the different stages, right? Like an introduction stage, advertising and publicity have a highest cost effectiveness, followed by personal selling to gain distribution coverage and sales promotion to induce trials, right? So in introduction stage, advertising and publicity have the highest cost effectiveness. Advertising, because it is the stage where you are introducing your product, and it is very important that you should publicize your product and advertise your product so that you can reach the masses or the target audience, right? They have the highest cost effectiveness because through this you can reach to the masses. This advertising and publicity followed by the personal selling. Now personal selling could be there, that is there could be one to one selling. Personal selling, why personal selling? To gain distribution coverage, right? Even when you want to cover up the market, then go meet the distributors personally. And the sales promotion to induce trial, give them some sales offers so that they can induce trials. So advertising, publicity, personal selling, and then sales promotion. At growth stage, all the tools can be toned down because demand has its own momentum through the word of mouth. In growth stage, you don't need to publicize much or advertise much, or there should be no need of not much need of personal selling or sales promotion. All tools can be toned down because word of mouth plays an important role during the growth stage. Now the maturity stage. Growth stage is when, yeah, when you are picking up the market. Maturity stage, if you remember that graph, maturity stage is that stage where you have picked up the market, right? Then sales promotion, advertising, and personal selling all grow more important in their order. Like then during maturity stage, there should be sales promotion. Why there should be sales promotion? Offers, benefits. Why? Because market is exhausted with that product. You have reached a maturity stage. Your product is available in all the market, and that has market is exhausted with the product, right? So sales promotions require advertising. Again, advertising can require advertising is required again to reach the message, right? And then the personal selling, again personal selling is required. All grow more important in their order. Then decline stage, when the demand goes down. right? In introduction stage demand is very less, you are introducing your product. Growth stage, demand is increasing. At maturity stage, demand is stagnant, there is no increase in the demand. That is why the sales promotion is required to increase the demand, right? Advertising is required to promote, right? And personal selling is required. Decline stage, the demand is going down, then the sales promotion, right, continuous strong, right? Then there should be a sales promotion so that it enhances the sales. Promotions offer, advertising and publicity are reduced because it is in declining stage, right? In declining stage, it depends on the company whether they want to retrench that product or to reintroduce that product through some, by making some changes, or by through innovative, making some changes in that product. So sales people give the product only to minimal attention. In declining stage, sales promotion continues to be continuously strong, so that we can increase these sales, we can earn something from that. Advertising and publicities are reduced, and sales people give product only minimal attention. Now, emerging trends in marketing. Certain trends are emerging in the marketing, right? That is, from simple trade era, that is pre-industrial revolution, to production era, to sales era, to marketing department era, to marketing company era. Now it is an era of relationship marketing and social mobile marketing. Relationship marketing, right? Simple trade era, it was a simple trade era, then it comes to the production in 80s, 60s, 20s. From 20s to 40s, it was a sales era. From 40s to 60s, there was a marketing department era, right? And from 60s to 90s, marketing companies were there. Now 90s to till date, relationship marketing era and social and mobile marketing era, right? Now the current marketing trends, it could be, how can you market your product is through viral marketing, direct marketing, green marketing, influencer marketing, relationship marketing, event marketing, social media, content marketing, global marketing, and buzz marketing. Social media marketing. Social media marketing is use of social media. What is social media marketing? It is nothing but the use of social media platforms and website to promote the product or the services. Although the term e-marketing and digital marketing are still dominant in academia, right? Social media marketing is becoming more popular for both practitioner and researchers, right? Social media marketing is what? Social media marketing is when you use the social media platforms like Instagram, like Facebook, like LinkedIn, like YouTube, like Google Ads, right? All these comes under social media marketing. Platform mostly used for social marketing is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, blogs, Tumblr, and all these, right? Okay. Let us discuss more about social media marketing. Social media marketing includes Facebook ads. When you give your ads on the Facebook ads, we know about this. It includes other type of marketing, that is, you might have heard the term SEO and SEM. What is SEO? Social, that is search engine optimization. What is search engine optimization? SEO, search engine optimization, is to increase the ranking of your website, or your ranking of your website on these search engine pages. That is known as the SEO. There are two types of SEOs: on page SEOs and off page SEOs. We have to work on both the on page SEO and off page SEO to increase the ranking of our page on search engines. What does it mean that increase the ranking of this? Ranking of website or ranking of our pages on search engine is that if we want to, we want our advertise our sorry our that website to be displayed on the first page, that first page of a search engine, right? That is, we can do it through SEO. SEO is known as the organic, SEO is known as the organic type of marketing. Organic type of marketing means you don't have to pay much for that, right? What it needs, it requires the content, right? Content, your content, if there are certain algorithms written, certain algorithms, uh, uh, and you have to follow those algorithms. If you are able to follow those algorithms, then the chances are there that you will move upward in the ranking, right? Ranking position, right? That is known as SEO. SEM is that is that is you media market. SMM is social media marketing. What is social media marketing? Social media marketing includes your Google ads, right? You make your ads on the Google and display it on the various target, and can display, and can, you can display or show your ads to your target audience on the Google platform, on the Facebook, on the Twitters, or other medias, on social medias, right? So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.